Straight up Tennessee family, what's good? It's your boy Ruck in the building, man, and welcome to the Monday Rundown. You already know what it is, man. Tonight we dive into what happened this weekend, man. The NCAA tournament officially has kicked off, and Tennessee had a great weekend in Philly. What a great weekend we had in Philly, and I'm excited to kind of see what can happen when we head to Chicago on Friday night at 10:10. But tonight we dive into the analytics, man. We dive into everything that happened this weekend. We talk about some of the biggest matchups, some of the biggest wow moments that I think we've all had with a number one seed going down in the way they did already, and it being an in-conference rival. We'll talk about the Miami of Ohio win, kind of how it set the tone. Do we think that that was the tone center, or do we think that this Virginia game that we just won on Sunday night, last night, was the tone setter for what could happen this week in Friday against against Iowa State, not Ohio State, against Iowa State there in Chicago? I got my boys Dylan and Selly Sell with me tonight, man. You already know what it is. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. Welcome to the Monday Rundown, Vol Hoops edition. And don't forget, spring practice is underway for Tennessee football. Don't think we forgot. We got something for you a little later. But you already know what it is, man. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. Welcome to the Monday Rundown. Let's get it popping on Monday.
Tennessee's the program to keep an eye on. If you want to know which program that's not currently at the head table of college football, it's Tennessee.
Now Meshack's got to go. A fire! Wins it! He needs a strike. Burton needs a bolt. Swing and a miss. And for the first time, Rocky Top reaches the mountaintop of college baseball.
What's good, everybody, and welcome to the Monday Rundown. I got my boy Dill with me. Also got my man Sale right now joining as well. You already know what to do, man. It's the top of the show. Like, comment, subscribe, and join the channel, man. It's simple. It's very, very simple. Let me tell y'all something right now. The channel, how I don't understand, but it is working. We haven't really been posting a ton of content. We haven't been doing a ton of stuff in the offseason with football, and you guys continue to show love. And we love and thank you guys so much for that. Tennessee baseball has kicked off. What a great year. Great start for them. Just won the Missouri series over the weekend. Great wins. And then obviously heading into a Vandy series, a massive Vandy series this week. But, man, Tennessee football spring practice has kicked off. There's just so many things going on in the landscape of Tennessee athletics. Obviously, the Lady Vols look horrific in the NCAA tournament. The last 8 games, they were truly horrific. Just not a great end of the year for Coach Kim Caldwell and camp. Hopefully they can kind of get this turned around, because I think Kim is a great coach. I think what she wants to do is great. I think the opportunity that she gives to all of the players on the bench is great, but I don't know if the style of play is going to work in this era, as far as especially in the SEC, especially in women's basketball right now. If you have watched women's basketball really in the last 2 to 3 years, it is so much more fundamental than it was even 5 years ago. It's like, who are the girls with the best fundamentals? Those are the girls getting to the WNBA, but they're also the teams that are great and that are going to play deep in March. LSU, UConn, Iowa State just lost with Dylan's homie, but Sale, can I unmute you? You good? Oh, it says I can't unmute you because your mic is not connected. So we'll get Sale in here in a minute. But Dilly, man, happy Monday, Brody. I know we talked a little bit in the pre-show just before we got live. What's up, man? How you feeling on Monday? You excited about what could happen this week, or are you still kind of like, all right, Tennessee, you not getting my hopes up yet?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think we'd be here. but I'm happy we are. So, I mean, I kind of thought that Miami, I knew that we were the better team, but there was also a part of me that's like how we ended the year and everything looking forward. It's like I didn't feel the best about it, but I mean, looking out now, I mean, we got everything in our hands. Anything could happen at this point.
Yes, sir. Sally back in the building. What's up, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We got you.
Man, it is a mess. Look, we got a baby on the way. I don't know if y'all Strip Tennessee family knows, but we got a bunch of girl dads on the show. It's just one after another. But we done rearrange what I guess you could call my studio. My studio is now turning into the nursery. And so there's been some rearranging. For whatever reason, I've never plugged up my mic before, and then it's showing up on my phone saying connected to the Mac. I don't know what's going on. So we scrambling, but we hear y'all.
We here, bro. And, I asked Dill the same thing, bro. Want to ask you, obviously, we talked all weekend. A great weekend showing. Tennessee did something that not anyone has done in the NCAA. You beat two teams with 30 wins. That's an accomplishment, man. Like, people don't want to look at that as, it's Miami of Ohio. It wasn't, it's just Miami of Ohio before we played them. Like, everybody was high talking about Miami of Ohio was going to handle business, which we'll talk about that game in a second. But, Sel, overall, with this weekend, did you think it would happen the way it did? And then also kind of just unpack how you feeling leading into Chicago this Friday night, man, against Iowa State. Lost you. Can't hear you. Let's see. Go to your settings. Oh, I think I hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. So bear with me. But if you was to look at the stat sheet and see that Nate Ament only played 20 minutes on, Friday? And that we won by how much we won, I would have been like, okay, Jacoby had 40. That wasn't the case. It was a bunch of group effort, group scoring, things like that. Same thing yesterday. If you was to look at the spreadsheet, see that Boswell had 3 threes before halftime and stuff like this. Like, what's going on? But how it happened? No. But does it surprise me? No, honestly. Like, me and you were on the phone about the Miami of Ohio game. I was like, this game could either go to the wire or we blow them out. One or two. It all depends on if we dictate the pace and if we control the boards, and we did that. And then yesterday, honestly, we're way more athletic than Virginia. They have some size. I know they lead the country in blocks and stuff like that. But yesterday, man, we talk about some of their best signature wins of the year. It's Houston, and it's on the road to Alabama. And then yesterday against Virginia is on that list for me.
Yeah. I mean, I felt like you did everything the right way. Virginia led that game twice. Twice. Once in the first half, and then obviously late when they hit that big three to go up. I guess it was 71-70. And so you look at what Tennessee was able to do over the weekend, and if you are a basketball fan, not a Tennessee fan, basketball fan, you're looking at Tennessee like, dang, the way they won these two games is kind of like, okay, are they hot, or is the downfall? Is the Tennessee like layup game coming where, they come out there and they're missing shots everywhere on the field? I mean, everything's wide open from the paint. Everything's wide open from three and they can't hit. Is that happening? Because it's a trend, right? Tennessee has done this all year. When Tennessee won 8 of their 9 conference games in that back half after Christmas break, right? I think they went 8 of 9 over a 2 or 3 week span. And that 9th game, and the one game they lost was to Kentucky. And it was the way they lost that game was being up 10, being up 8, being up 12, 14, 15 points at one point in that game, and you lose. Does that happen? I hope not. I think that, Felix Akpar met with the media after the game against Virginia last night. And the biggest thing he said is, I love playing with these dudes. Like, I love playing basketball with these guys.
Oh, yeah, they definitely said that yesterday.
Yeah, you saw what Jacobian is.
He said, you want to retract that statement?
Right.
Dude, he said, man, I just can't get enough of him.
He said the
I was
roommates
like,
and
oh,
everything.
bro.
Mhm.
And then Rick
The
Barr
wines
said,
hit him with the
I
phone.
might want to retract that. But, you know, guys, let's just look at the stats. I mean, let's go look at the Miami of Ohio game. Obviously, Tennessee gets that win 78-56. I don't think Miami of Ohio was even close after the 4-minute timeout in the first half. That team shot 54. They had 54 shots. They shot 29 threes against us. You know, they shot 50 threes in the game before. And a lot of people was like, why did that number shrink? Well, the floor shrinks when you play teams that are bigger, right? Like that, the floor shrunk so much for them against us that they couldn't even get up as many threes as they did against SMU. So they got up almost 21 less threes than they did. And that's just closeouts, man. Felix Okpara was probably player of the game to me in that game, just how he was able to close out 1 through 5. Because Miami of Ohio didn't run any sets, bro. Like that was 5 out. Let's just run gun. Let's see who's open. You know, there would be times they would hit a weave up top just to get some motion going, just to try to see if anybody would, you know, overplay one of the weaves, or, you know, sit back in the pocket and just kind of wait and see what's going to happen instead of kind of pushing up on the 3-point line. But like Jacoby Gillespie said in his interview after that game, like we wanted to make them uncomfortable. And that's what Tennessee was able to do that entire night. Like not even many of the shots that they put up looked like they were comfortable shooting. They just were shooting it because they knew that's all they could do. Right.
Yep.
I think they went 7 of 29. That's 24% from 3, bro. That's horrible.
Yep. Especially with this, what you live off of. I mean, now up to that first media timeout, I mean, both teams was 100%. We was like, okay, it's like, you can't make this up. This is
gonna be a
looking
barn
crazy.
burner.
But
Right.
yeah, but even like you said, though, you make the court shrink, and it's like, how do you make the court shrink when everything's behind a 3-point line? I mean, you have Felix Okpara, your biggest player, picking up people from half court. Like I told y'all in the group text this morning, Felix Okpara is becoming one of my favorite VFLs ever. I mean, this man is definitely raising his draft stock. He can guard 1 through 5. He is a true lob threat. His motor is high. Like, you need players like him to win, and he's proved that in these first 2 rounds.
And it's kind of wild too that, you know, he was dealing with the injury or whatever in early February. And with a player like him, man, like he's such a motor guy. Like his motor is what gets people going. But who would have thought in the Miami of Ohio game, Dwayne Brown's dunk was the thing that changed the whole game. Like when he went up and dunked on dude, the game was over at that point. It was over.
Yep.
Like, and it's crazy how one play like that can literally dictate the rest of the pace of how that game's gonna go. It's like Dwayne Brown put so much fear into that team that it was over. Like it was night after that play, because Tennessee was the score was actually 32-19 at the time. D Brown gets the ball, does what he does, the 2-hand dunk on him. It goes 34-19, and we didn't look back after that play. You know, Jacoby comes down the next play with a 3, and it was just like they call a timeout and they never regrouped. And so, you know, obviously player of the game was Jacoby Gillespie. He was 50% from the field for 29 points. He was 6 of 11 from 3. You know, I was talking to Turner today on the phone, and he was telling me, he was like, bro, you got to say this later on. And it's true. He's like, bro, think about every game that we've won and like we've looked like we're going to handle the game. I never felt, y'all, you know, again, yesterday was such an interesting day for me. I was so busy. I wasn't even able to like really lock into the game to the second half. But I saw the opening, you know, the opening media where, you know, we literally get the tip, pass it up. JP hits Bishop Boswell and he knocks down a 3 to start the game. I'm like, okay, okay, what is this going to be? But then there was a time where it was really close. You know, we're going back and forth. That whole time I wasn't watching the game. And then I get on my phone and I see Sale like, that's a run. And I'm like, oh, shoot, what just happened? And that's when we hit that run. And it seemed like from that run on, Tennessee really never looked back. You know, it got close, obviously, down there in the second half late with under 5-minute timeout where, you know, Virginia
Our press break is awful.
3. Go ahead.
Our press break is awful.
Dog, Anything when we get pressured, when they start to trap, we just
No.
It's like, do we need to take a geometry class? Like, do we not know to
no.
like if you V cut, you don't run flat from like the corner or from the elbow. You need to like come to the ball and not run to the corner. It's like,
Bro,
come on, y'all.
I don't know, but that play specifically, again, the D Brown changed that game, and we'll get to the UVA game as a whole here in a second. But kind of finishing up this Miami of Ohio game, obviously, Jacoby does what he does. The game before for Miami, Ohio, when they played SMU, it was the Elmer kid that went off. This game against us, it was that Suter guy, man. He had 27, bro. 7 or 12 from the field. I mean, shot amazing from the field, 4 or 7 from 3. And everybody else didn't even have 10. So you just kind of see, and that's kind of what happened for them every game. It was like one guy would kind of have that night. And so biggest thing for me is, like you said, Sal, you look at the stat sheet, bro, and Nate Ament plays 18 minutes, has 0 points, and Tennessee wins by 22. So, looking ahead now, obviously look at the Virginia game. A lot of people are saying it's an upset. I guess it's an upset when you look at seeds, right? A 6 and a 3. But I mean, y'all, I think that we felt better about the Virginia game than we did in the Miami of Ohio game. Just because matchups, man, like Rick Barnes loves games like this, because there was only one time that I had a WTF moment for Barnes, and it was before halftime. Like, this lineup with Evans, Berg, Boswell, and whoever else they want to put in is the dumbest thing I have ever seen in my life. Like, are we just trying to get to halftime and get our guys off the floor early?
Fouls.
Like, but and luckily Berg out here ISOing like he Kyrie and actually hits. So what did y'all think? Obviously, overall, the UVA game, massive win for Tennessee. I think that, for me, I said in the intro, what game set the tone for the rest of the tournament? I think it was Virginia, man. I really do, because I think it showed us, like, when we want to be aggressive. I mean, we were the aggressor all night. And we hadn't really shown that, to me, since the Bama game, Sale and Deal. Like, so Deal, to you, like, was the UVA game the tempo starter, or was it Miami of Ohio to you?
I think it was Miami of Ohio, to be honest with you. I mean, to end the game against Vanderbilt the way that we did, especially for Gillespie, I mean, to end that game how he did and then turn around and score almost 30 against Miami of Ohio. Granted, I know the competition isn't the same, but to have that much of a turnaround and then for that to just catapult him into the next night against Virginia, I mean, if we can stay hot, there's no telling what can happen in the Sweet 16.
What you think, Sal? Which game for you, or was it a moment? Like, what was the starter? Like, what was the thing that got us going?
No, honestly, I think Nate Ament being a little banged up is a blessing in disguise for us in this tournament. With him in Miami, for him only play 18 minutes, it just gave everyone else an opportunity to step up, get some type of rhythm, get some minutes, get the jitters out, all of those things. Like, that Miami game was basically like, get it out of your system. Let's do it here. Let's get it out of our system. Let's get the jitters out. Let's do all this stuff. And we were just hitting on all cylinders, and then it just correlates, transitions into the Virginia game. Same thing. It's scoring in bulk. It's rebounding in bulk. It's not just Jacoby dominant. It's not Ament. Like, it's perfect. You got Boswell chipping in, 12 points. You have Jacoby doing his thing. Nate Ament does what he does best, getting to the free throw line. You got JP, Carey, and Felix all doing what they need to do. Then when Amari, Evans, and Berg come in, they do their stuff. Like, it has to take a team effort to win a March, because you never know when one's going to go on a cold spell. And then moving forward, scouting reports are going to get better. So I said it in the group yesterday. We'll probably see it moving forward. People see that we struggle with the press. Don't be surprised that we see more press moving forward. People are going to try to take the ball out of Jacoby's hands. People are going to try to take the ball out of Ament's hands. If Ament catches it on the short corner, double teams are going to run at him just like they did yesterday. He's going to have to be prepared for that, to know how to pass out of them. So I'm curious to see who's going to continue to step up. But honestly, man, Felix and Boswell, I love it. Like it's going to help push this team so far because for the longest we talked about, we know who A and B is, who's
Yeah.
going to step up and be that C.
Yep.
And really now it's like, okay, we got a C, D, and E because you got JP and Felix looking to give you 10. And then if Boswell can give you a guarantee 9,
I like my
that is
chances.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yesterday was not an upset. I just think it's because Virginia went all the way to the ACC championship against Duke, and honestly, Duke, I'm kind of regret picking them right now because they haven't looked as the top team at all. But it's March, man, and honestly, yesterday I have no complaints about Barnes. If we lost that game yesterday, it was because the guards couldn't get open on the press and just lack of preparation. But like in-game strategy and stuff like that, I think it was a clean call game by Barnes yesterday, and I don't say that often. I'm pretty hard on him, but hey, this is why this is our 4th year in the Sweet 16.
Yeah. I mean, what a story it'll be to have 3 straight years in the Elite Eight. You know, you handle your business against Iowa State, who's going to be playing without their best player. A lot of people are like, he's not their best. He is their best player. Like you can see the impact that he's made over the course of the season for them. Them beating Kentucky the way they did, y'all. We did that too, and we just choked. So the Kentucky that's not a good team, y'all. And I know we lost to them twice, and we were up 15 both games and lost the game. So it just tells you a lot. I wouldn't look at Iowa State against Kentucky and say, well, that's the team you're facing. It's not. I think Tennessee's size and just the overwhelming kind of impact and pressure we can apply, bro. I really think that Tennessee has a shot to now. This could technically really be an upset if Tennessee handles business here on Friday night. You know, going back to what was the thing that kind of got us going, I'll tell you, man. I know Deal doesn't really love this dude, but Jalen Carey's 17 minutes against UVA, bro. Those was big minutes for us. You know, he was productive in those 17. I think he was like 4 or 5, and he had 10 points. The brother actually hit a free throw. So, like, there were things that he did that was good. I thought the best thing, you know, we were close. I think the score at the time was maybe like 33-28 or something. We were starting to try to go on that quick run. They feed Carey and Oyenso's guarding him. And I'm like, there's no way Carey's going like. And, bro, he put him in the cup. And I said, okay.
He got to chop the tree down.
They're going at him. And so seeing that, I was like, this is when I knew Tennessee don't care anymore. Like, they truly are being aggressive and going at their bigs, going at them, letting them know, hey, we here all night. I don't care if you block my shot. Felix got his layup blocked 2, 3, 4 times. Didn't matter. He kept going at him. And so it was just the aggressiveness for me, man, that kind of got me feeling confident in what could happen this Friday. You know, I think this is a even better matchup for Tennessee now because of the size factor. You know, you look at Iowa State, just kind of previewing this game for everybody that's tapped in, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, everybody. The thing about the Iowa State game that's nice to me is Jefferson, who's injured, he's not going to play in this game. There's no possible way. I'd be shocked if he played in this game. He's our leading rebounder at 7.4 rebounds a game. He's gone. You look at their best scorer is the cat. I can't even say his name, but like Milan Maflovich or whatever. He's one of them foreign guys. 6'8" junior. He can shoot the basketball, people. He's been 53% from 3. That's crazy.
Yep. He's a real stretch
on the year. Do you see that?
Say it again.
Can you see how many attempts on the year?
Let's see. This season, I can't see attempts. So overall in the season, he's 49.3% from 3. Let's see, season totals. I can't see his 3. Oh, yes, I can. He is 134 out of 272.
Okay, so he is getting them up.
That's a lot to be 50% shooting 272 threes.
Yeah, Yeah.
That's kind of crazy, bro. When you think about that, that's wild.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Now, the
he's
only
shooting the
thing
ball.
about that go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying he's just shooting the ball at a high clip, and he's averaging 17, and so he's had his nights where he's going to have a big game, but he's had his nights too where it's rough. It's a rough night. So,
No, the only thing about that, if Felix Sakapar is guarding him, because you say he's a forward, are we thinking a power forward? I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with Iowa
Yeah.
State.
Yeah,
So
he's a forward.
this is what almost hurt Tennessee last night. As great as Felix Sakapar is guarding 1 through 5, I believe it was actually the possession where Virginia took the lead. Felix Sakapar overhelped and left the shooter, I believe it was Hall, number 20, on that left wing to shoot because he went to go
Yep.
protect the rim instinctively as a shot blocker, and he left the shooter wide open. So they're going to really have to lock down on the scouting report this week, and Felix is going to have to know that he can't help and leave the rim, or they're going to have to put in a lineup to where he can stay closer inside and protect the rim and let everyone else worry about the art.
yeah. And I think the biggest thing for people, all our people that's tapped in with us today on the show, when you look at Iowa State and their lineup, I think their guards go 6'1", 6'3", 6'5". So, you got a great matchup at the one guard with Jacoby and whoever. I think it's Tanner Lispy or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Taman Lipsy, who had a big game against Kentucky. I mean, he was 8 of 15 from the field for 26 points, 10 assists. So big game from him. And then Mamalovic or whatever his name is, he was 4 of 9 from 3, had 20 points. So he's getting most of his points from behind the arc. The thing that I like the most is exactly what you said, Sel. When you look, like I told you, 6'1", 6'3", 6'5", that's Kobe, Boswell, and Nate gonna guard a 6'5" guy, right? They're gonna put Felix on him, on Mamalovic, whatever dude's name is. And their next biggest guy, man, is only he's 6'10". We got 6'10", 6'10" throwing him at you at the jump. So I don't know what y'all think, but hold on. I gotta take a phone call. This is what we do on Straight Up Tennessee.
I mean, honestly though, it's in our favor. We got bigs. We got 4 bigs, even though Brown isn't getting that many minutes. I mean, I love it. I kind of hate to think about it this way, but if you think about the bigs that we have this year and we were combining with last year's guards, I mean, we're right there able to compete with Florida. Like, it's a full lineup. But the only thing that worries me, though, is if Iowa State is that small. I don't know how many points they average a game, but they might want to play a little bit up tempo. But I don't know, man, because Tennessee sped the game up yesterday, and it was perfectly in our favor. So it's – but matchups are in our favor. If Nate Ament can't guard at 6'5", then Amari Evans will do it.
Yeah. That's the only thing I'm really worried about is if they do get up tempo and they start setting traps, because they do like to pick off passing lanes a lot. I don't remember the exact turnover total that I saw, but they pick off a bunch of passes. So I think, honestly, if we can just get inside on them, and even if they try to go up tempo on us, we'll be all right. But, I mean, if we can get the 3-ball going along with Estrella and Akpar on the inside, we'll be straight.
Yeah, and Rick Barnes said it in his press conference after the game. He's old school. He wants to play inside and out. And honestly, especially playing on a neutral site, not playing at home, I mean, defense is always going to carry over. Offense, it could be day in, day out. So, getting those easy points inside, rebounding, all of that stuff, that's a guarantee if you do it. Like, you can always bring effort. So hopefully we do that, take advantage of our size, and then it just carries out, stretches out to the 3-point line, and Jacoby and everyone else chips in and does their part.
Yeah, hopefully. I need Nate to get more active on boards too. If he can get 3 or 4 more rebounds and then get 10, I'll be happy.
Okay, we back. We are so back. I've been around the world. My bad. But what was y'all talking about? Tennessee Junior says white dude shoulder cap. Can't remember his name. Been a long week already. What are you talking about?
I don't remember his name.
White
dude. Iowa State?
Virginia, I think.
DeRitter? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was nice. I know a lot of people could give him crap, but I liked him. I liked his game.
Yeah, he was.
He reminded me of like if Igor Milicic was any good.
Don't
He was
remind
in the
me.
building last night.
I don't care.
No, that's not one of my favorite VFLs. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. You remember? I was about to say, Sel, do you remember when we went to the SEC championship and all we kept saying was, "Why is this dude on the floor, bro?"
Yeah.
Because what's his face? Thomas Howell was cooking him, boy. Speaking of Thomas Howell, Florida, y'all. Lord Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Did we think it was going to happen?
I did.
They're not the team that they were last year.
No, I think the guard play is a major drop-off. Major drop-off.
Huge.
That Zaven Lee cat was not ready for big ball, bro. I don't think so, at least.
No.
I could be wrong, but I didn't think Zaven Lee, he transferred from Princeton, I think it was. Super highly touted recruit. A lot of people were excited about him. I didn't get the hype. And once we saw him play, it was Boogie or ain't nobody, like, and the sucky part for Boogie, man, is look at Arkansas, bro. Golly, look at Arkansas.
Yeah.
You leave Cal because, you want to chase a championship with a team that did it. It's not the same team. Your guards are different, man. Like, and you know what I saw this year more than anything, last year with Florida, man, it was Walter Clayton Jr. That's all you heard, Walter Clayton. Will Richard was who they are missing right now, bro. Mm-hmm. That's who they missing right now. They missing that stretchy, lanky two guard that can knock it down, but can also get in that paint. And that's what Richard was able to do. And they didn't have that this year, bro. Their two guards, Boogie Fland's 6'2", 6'3", Zaven 6'3", 6'4". And then your next, your three man, you started Thomas Howell. Like, he came off the bench last year. Mm-hmm. So it was just a different collection of guys. I think they were still great in the bigs category, with the African guy and then Congdon. But it just guard play for them, bro. And then they lost Aberdeen to Kentucky, like that hurt them. Because I think if Aberdeen was on that team, now it's probably looks a lot different. But Florida loses to Iowa. Terrible. Like, what again? Zaven Lee. What was he doing?
Didn't even get a shot off,
bro. What was he doing? He drove the whole court to make a jump pass. What did the coach always tell us growing up? Do not jump and pass the ball. Yep. And bro, on the last play of the game, this man jumping in the air and the buzzer going off. I'm like, bro, you had that much time? Like, what are we doing, bro? So, outside of us, man, who's the most dangerous team in the NCAA tournament right now? I'm going to say it, man. And I hate that I'm going to say this. I hate that I'm saying this. Bama's playing real good right now.
No.
I hope you see them.
I don't see it, but I'm just saying they playing good. I'm giving them their flowers.
Yeah.
I want all the smoke. I hope we see them.
Hey, man, shout out real quick, and we'll answer that question. Shout out to my man Chats Words 1979 for the 20 spot. A few bucks to celebrate our Sweet 16 victorious Vols. We love and appreciate that so much. Who's the most dangerous team, y'all? Who do y'all think?
I'm going to say Michigan and Arizona.
Yeah.
Michigan is Arizona is Arizona, been that way all year. But Michigan, they legit have a solid traditional type lineup like Florida did last year. And so, honestly, I'm kind of not looking forward to that matchup if we do face them in the Elite Eight because their forward, number 23, I can't remember his name. Had that nasty dunk. Oh, my goodness. But I don't know who would guard him. I don't know if Felix can guard him. Even though Felix can guard through 1 through 5, I don't know. Hopefully he proves me wrong if we do face him but they're solid.
I think it's a good matchup for Tennessee. If you get Michigan, I think 1 through 5 is a good matchup. I just think honestly, like their 3 through 5 is just better than we are. They got the big cat, the big dude, big foreign cat, white dude, and then obviously Lindenberg. I feel like he plays the 4, but can slide to the 3 because his outside game is just as good. So I think in that game, Sale, the reason it kind of gives me the worries if you get there is if Felix or Nate get in foul trouble, it's over.
Yep.
I think that one's over because you can't slide anyone else to guard him. Jalen Carey can't guard him. Lord Jesus, no, he can't. JP can't guard him. Amari Evans is undersized.
Carey be stressing me out when he's guarding on the arc. I'm like, get in the stance, raise your arms.
Bro, he just be like this. He just be moving his hands. I'm like, bro, can you dip down a little bit, bro? What are you doing? But Chatsworth agrees with you, man. Michigan. Tennessee Jr. says, I miss Kate Phillips' energy. It would be nice to have him this time of year. I'm just not a Kate Phillips fan, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like energy guys that can't give me buckets. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, Felix is doing this thing. Kate Phillips is not even that much of a lob threat compared to Felix Akpara. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, because he's undersized. So
he definitely can't guard that on the wing.
No. So while it's nice to have another body, I just like that it was the first time all year, Sale. You talked about Rick in-game adjustments, just the things that he was able to do against Virginia. I think it was because he shrunk the lineup. Like, you saw Berg only played 6 minutes. Amari Evans played 14 minutes. Dwayne Brown, I think, only played like 6 minutes. So he shrunk that lineup once we started getting into that back and forth. And it's nice to have guys that you can spell for 4 to 6 minutes. Like, that's nice because I don't feel like when Dwayne Brown's out there, it's a liability. I'm like, yeah, let's go, D Brown. Like, play some defense because that's what he's great at doing. He can play defense. But it's just nice to have that luxury of a guy because the thing about Iowa State, they don't have that luxury to go and grab their 9th or 10th, 11th guy off the bench and them actually give you productive minutes. Like, you're worried the whole time they're on the floor if you're Iowa State's coach. So I did like that Rick shrunk the bench. You saw a lot of you. It was the first time really all year too, bro. I think Rick stood that game more than he sat. I'm serious. I'm looking at stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because those are the things when like, all right, my dude is locked in. Like, he wants to win. And Rick knows, man, like it's getting to the end, bro. Like, he's locked in at Tennessee as long as he wants to be here. I think we got maybe 2, 3, 4, 4 max good years out of Rick left. He's 71 years old. I don't know what in the world he could even look like at 75, still coaching us. He could be. But I feel like he knows that it's coming down the wire, and I feel like I said this before the tournament started, and I said it, and I didn't really believe it, but I'm glad that I said it. I said if any team's gonna do it, it possibly could be this team, because when they're hot, it's hard to beat this team, which is annoying. And it's because we've seen it all year long. Even the games we lost, we knew before the game started it was over, right? Like the Syracuse game, we already knew we was losing that game. Like, just because of when it was, how it was, when it was staged, just a terrible win or terrible loss for Tennessee. 62-61. You don't play well. You still should have won the game, and you don't play well, you lose, right? But I could count that game on my fingers 4 times this year how things like that have happened. But when this team is good, they literally feel like they can't lose. And I feel like that's how they're playing right now, man. Just coming out, hitting everybody in the mouth, playing more physical. And I don't think Iowa State has seen that type of physicality that they're going to see on Friday night, man. Like, I hate that the game's at 10 o'clock, now 9 o'clock local time for them. So,
right.
This, man, like playing ball, bro, like you don't once the tip off happens, you locked in. But that lead up, man, that's a long day to just be sitting there like just eating meals all day. Yep. So Y'all, man, before we wrap, let me see. Tennessee Junior said Cade is better than Carey closing out. Yes, but Carey's a better scorer. He said 10 is crazy, bro. What are you talking about, 10? What are you talking about, 10 Junior? What are you talking about, Mark? Tell me. Adrian says, what's good, everyone? What's up, Adrian? Good to see you, my brother. But y'all, before we wrap, just give me 3 keys to victory, man. Oh, he said 10 is crazy. The time of the game. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know why we got that type of tip. I don't know. Whatever. But give me some keys to victory, man. Tennessee beats Iowa State if.
I said we got to rebound the ball. We got to take care of the ball. If I had to give one more, I'd say just points in the paint. We got to get more. I mean, if Gillespie and Nate and Boswell even, if they just take off and start shooting threes, I mean, that's all well and good, but we're going to need some points out of the paint for that too.
I believe we had 50 points in the paint yesterday. I can't remember. It was pretty split though.
Yeah,
it was even. So I agree with Dylan there. Points in the paint. That means you're being aggressive. Definitely got to dictate, control the boards. And I'm gonna say score in bulk again. Obviously, we want Jacoby to have 25 plus, but Nate Mint, they say he's not going to be 100% to the end of the season. So we continue to need. We need Boswell to still step it up. We need Carey to take advantage when he's in the game. Felix JP chipping in their 10. And if we do that, then we're in every game until we just get beat. At that point, it won't be us losing the game. It's because we just got beat.
You know, we had 28 points in the paint last night. So we had 28 and they had 26.
Where did I get 50 from? Sheesh.
It might have been the game before. I think it might have been the Miami of Ohio. Yeah. Miami of Ohio game, Tennessee had 40 points in the paint.
Okay.
So that's probably the one you're thinking about. The thing that stood out to me when I look at something in this game is that when Tennessee out-rebounds a team, they win the game.
Yep.
When Tennessee out-assists a team, forcing teams to play one-on-one, we win the game. Tennessee out-assists UVA by 8. They were plus 8 in that category. When we're making you say, hey, we're playing such good team defense that you're going to have to just go one-on-one and force a shot. That's when we are at our best. So I think it's getting more. It's being plus in the assist realm, having more assists than we do turnovers, especially on the offensive end late in the games. I feel like we struggle every close game late in the game, under 2 minutes, trying to figure out what we want to do. Even if teams aren't pressing us, bro, we get in the half court. We running normal pick and rolls. We ain't tried to split a pick and roll the whole game, and we just start trying to do stupid stuff like that. It's like, yo, back it back out, reset the possession, right? So I think for me, my second key is just senior leadership. Felix, Jacoby, those guys. Jacoby Gillespie, you were in the Elite Eight last year. You know what it takes to get there, bro. And now you're doing it for the city, like you putting on for the city. Same for Felix. He's been a part of it. He's seen what it takes to get there. I think the senior leadership has to carry us through in a game like this, because let's just face the facts, man. Iowa State isn't a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament without great wins and great competition. It's going to be a battle. But I think it leads me to my third thing, and it's just hit the easy shots. When we in the paint and we shooting 2, 3, 4, 5 foot floaters, hit the shots. Jacoby's doing a great job getting into his floater bag every single night. He's hitting a few of them. He's also getting fouled. I think for Nate Ament, man, stop relying on the three. Stop relying on your jump shot. Just get to the rim and get fouled. Get going by getting fouled early. You know what I mean? Like if you take it in, you getting fouled, you getting easy points, you know. Tennessee also actually for the first time in I think 3 games shot free throws better than a team. That's crazy. I think we were 76% from the line and Virginia was 55%. So
That's
just
terrible.
crazy, right? So it's little things like that. But I think if we take the right shots and we're hitting the right shots, like when we start jacking up threes and it's out of pressure, we're in trouble. Now, if we're jacking up threes and we're winning the game, it's like, all right, you feeling kind of froggy. I understand you feeling hot. But when we start to jack up threes, typically is when we start feeling pressure to stay close to a team. And I just don't want that to get even in the picture against Iowa State. And I think Tennessee can win the game. But Dill, you think Tennessee wins this game Saturday or Friday night? No? Yes?
I mean, Saturday, I probably would have said that we don't. But after seeing what we can do against Virginia, I think if we can just honestly copy that game plan completely and insert it here, I think we'll be straight. I think we win, but I do think it's going to be close. I could see it being, the spread right now is at 4.5. I could see that being an under. I could think it could be that close, but I do think that we'll walk away with the win.
Sal, how you feeling about this game Friday? Tennessee get this dub and move on to the Elite Eight?
I'm feeling good about it. I got my money on the Vols.
I'm with y'all. I like what we're doing. I think we can. Question is, will we? We get to find out Friday. And you already know, man, we'll be tapped in again next Monday, just recapping the weekend. Hopefully, man, wow, what would it be if we're recapping on Monday and Tennessee is going to the Final Four, bro? What? That could be
Out
crazy.
Of all the years. Out of all the years.
Somewhere Zakai Ziegler is crying.
He like that meme where Kent is clapping with the stale face.
Yeah, buddy. But y'all, man, thank y'all so much for the love and support. Apple and Spotify continue to rate this thing 5 stars. Let the people know why they need to be tapped in and straight up Tennessee. Deal sell. Love you boys, man. Appreciate everybody that's tapped in with us tonight. We'll see you back live next Monday for another Monday rundown. And hopefully Tennessee's heading to the Final Four. We'll have more spring football coverage next week on Monday, March 30th, because Tennessee has its first scrimmage this Thursday. We'll get a lot of news and notes. May even have a special guest on the show. We'll see what happens. But till then, y'all already know what it is, man. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you live next Monday for Dylan and Sel. It's your boy Ruck in the building. We out.